Namaste. Welcome back to Waking Up with Mindful Serenity Yoga. I just want to address a little something that came to mind. Before I begin, I just want to say that I have been struggling with these videos today for some reason, and I haven't been adhering to my promise to just do things right off the cuff and not to worry about them and just put them up regardless of how they come out. Seem to be struggling with the videos today, and it's been taking me more time than usual. Usually I just am here, pull out the question, answer it, it's gone. Don't think too much about it. But for today, some reason I think it goes involved and it's kind of getting in the way, so I am spending a little bit more time than I want to on this process. Regardless of that, what I want to talk about today was something that came to mind about making people cringe with what I'm doing here. I've heard several individuals talk about several different things they've seen on videos or YouTube or Facebook from people they've known. Then they said that it made them cringe. And I don't know why it stuck me so hard. And I wanted to address that possibility of the cringe factor being in my videos. I'm thinking if those videos that they were speaking of from people they've known who had the guts to expose themselves on YouTube. One person was a singer and she had a lovely voice and she had the guts to expose herself on YouTube. People who knew her, and I've heard it from 3 or 4 different people, said that it cringed them out or it had the cringe factor or it made them cringe. And it really made me think, because are they cringing because she did that? Are they imagining themselves in that position? Is it wrong to expose yourself in public and do what you love to do in public? Is it, or whatnot, It just made me think. And the other individual was expressing her newfound spirituality in the New Age movement by talking about her crystals and her use of crystals and whatnot, and that made other individuals cringe when they seen that, because it was so different from their conditioned way of things and believing things. So I said, if these individuals who didn't seem to be doing anything other than expressing themselves publicly were cringing people out, imagine what I'm doing with these videos. Me talking about higher consciousness and a deeper level of being when people are just having a hard time just getting through the day, and talking about the mind when people are still so focused on the mind being the brain, or talking about things that are beyond the physical. And I tend to use the term metaphysical, but people mix that up with woo-woo spirituality, when all metaphysical means is looking beyond the physical. When people don't want to talk about the metaphysical when they're having a hard time just dealing with the physical, and they're so attached to themselves and their identity as the physical. So I can just imagine how much of a cringe factor I have here as I come and do these videos. And I want to address the fact that I am aware that this might have a cringe factor to it, and that I have the possibility, as these other individuals I'm knowingly have done, cause others to cringe. I do want to stress, however, that I'm also aware at this stage of my development to know that the cringing, I'm not actually making other people cringe. They're cringing because whatever I'm doing is triggering something in them that's already in them, that is either resistant to what I have to say, or something that's evolving, that rising up that they don't want to rise up, whatever. So yes, this type of topic I'm talking about is definitely cringeworthy for many individuals who are still in process of evolving and still seeing all this stuff I'm talking about as woo-woo nonsense. It will have the cringe factor. So therefore, I probably have the cringe factor as the author of these videos. I, of course, need to get beyond that factor, the fact that I might be cringing people out. I've always been a people pleaser my entire life, so it's just been recently that I've been able to take those steps away from my fear of offending others or hurting others, or not pleasing them, and to the point where I'm ready to cringe them out, I guess, with what I have to talk about. I can understand why people are cringed out. I know maybe 10 years ago I would have been one of those persons to say that that thing had the cringe factor, or that cringed me out, or found that cringy. I was very close-minded at these things. I could never see myself in a million years, and even today I can't see myself sitting here talking about higher consciousness and the things I've learned through my 25-year yoga practice, especially in public, where I'm exposing myself to people saying, hey, that's cringy, possibly. I understand that, though. I understand that the ego plays that. It's the ego that says it's cringy. It's the ego that judges. It's the ego that is uncomfortable with these topics and this exposure of talent, or this exposure of, or this stepping out and away from the comfort zone, like these individuals have done, and what I'm doing against my better judgment, against my ego's judgment here with these videos. It's beyond the comfort zone, and I think maybe that is partially why people feel cringed out as well, because it is risky, and people can't see themselves doing it, so they can't see other people doing it. I'm assuming that's a lot of assumption, because I have no idea why people are cringed out. I have no idea what's going on in anybody else's mind. These are just assumptions I've been making after studying my own mind and studying the minds of others as I process through this little journey that I've been on. So anyway, I'm just here to say that yes, I can understand if these videos are cringy to other individuals. That's perfectly okay with me. Please don't feel like, if you feel that way, you have to beat yourself up for saying that. That's just the way you feel right now. That's where you're at. By all means, feel that way. And if you feel like you need to comment to other people about the cringe factor, go ahead if that makes you feel better. Just be mindful that what we think will make us feel better, as far as gossiping and talking about other people or judging them, doesn't usually make us feel better in the long run. But again, it's up to you to decide that. I'm not here. You can say whatever you want about my videos. I think, or I'm hoping anyway, that I'm beyond all that. But anyway, that's what I have to say about that. Cringe or not, here I am. I think I'll be here for a while, so namaste. Have a wonderful day.